So there is the possibility that this video could age horribly in the next few days when the actual brackets are announced, because I am doing this without the brackets being announced. But now that we have all 4 matches, I want to do a little bit of fantasy booking, a little bit of predictions, which I'm unanimously terrible at. And yeah, let's have some good fun before this banging tournament. Hello and welcome to FCTR, I am you McQuaid, and today we are talking about Burning Hearts Pro Wrestling, in particular, who will win the inaugural Burning Hearts Championship. Yes, that is correct, for the World Championship, the Burning Hearts Pro Wrestling World Championship. We are having a tournament. There is a big tournament going on in British wrestling in March, starting at the Liverpool Olympia, in which we have 4 quarterfinal matches, and then the finals will be at the Academy in Manchester. That's why I'm hyped, because I get to go to both. I'm going to both, and I'm very, very excited. And now that we have the matches announced, a lot of them looking very, very cool, I thought we'd go through each match, say who I think might win, fantasy book the semi-finals, and see where we end up with the finals and who I think will win, because that's just fun. So, before we dive into that, please subscribe, please like the video, please comment your thoughts down below, and I'll try to reply to every single one of them as we dive into this. Starting with Burning Hearts overall. If you're not familiar with Burning Hearts Pro Wrestling, it is a company that was set up by a load of people, a load of wrestlers. It is wrestling for wrestling fans, by wrestlers. It's really, really cool. Grizzled young vets are involved, and they put on a show at the Liverpool Olympia. I went to their first ever event. It was super fun. They've done some more across the country, and now they are doing this big double header event in March, which we have a World Championship tournament. They are looking to crown the inaugural champion, and we've got a stacked old lineup. Donovan, Dijak, Robbie X, Luke Jacobs, Trent 7, Kenny Williams, Mark Haskins, to say the least. Ethan Allen and Kid Lycos as well. I may as well just name all of them. So, yeah, there we have it. That is the lineup that we have. We have the matches announced. Time to go through one by one. These are in no particular order. Obviously, I don't know what the brackets are. We'll get to that when we get to it. But the first match that I'm going to talk about is Robbie X versus Donovan Dijak. This is a dream match if ever I did see one. You want to talk about David versus Goliath? You've got one of the best high flyers in the world in Robbie X taking on one of the best big men in the world in Donovan Dijak. I'm super hyped for this. I think it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see what these guys do in the ring. Unfortunately, though, I'm going to go with Donovan Dijak, and I think that's unfortunate for Robbie X, because I feel like he's going to take a very, very high slam from somewhere, because Donovan might manhandle him quite a bit. There is a case to be made for Robbie X. Recently joined Bullet Club, which I think is really cool, but I do think this is Donovan Dijak's to win, in my opinion. And yeah, I think it's going to be an absolute barn burner. What else can you say? The next match that we will talk about is Kenny Williams versus Trent 7. Now, I think this one is a little bit closer to call. There was a video promo that was put out by Kenny Williams, which was really, really cool. Trent 7 main evented the first Burning Heart show, so he's a big name for the promotion. And the way it's tough, this one's really tough, because my heart is telling me to go with Trent 7, but logic is telling me to go with Kenny Williams. I think this will be, I'm going to go with Trent 7. I think Trent 7 maybe makes it to the final. It's tough. It's really, really tough. Trent 7. I'm saying Trent 7. I think this match is going to be awesome. These two, of course, are in NXT UK. Really cool stuff that they've done over there. And yeah, I'm really excited for this match. But Trent 7 is my pick. Next up, we have one that I am extremely excited about, and that is Mark Haskins versus Kid Lycos. Now, Haskins was the first challenger for the Progress World title when Lycos won it, and they had an incredible match. It was really, really good. I believe it was at Super Strong Style 16, and they have amazing chemistry. You've got Vic Haskins involved as well. It's going to be really, really fun. Lycos, I'm afraid, it's not. I don't think it's going to be you. I think this is Mark Haskins. I think Mark Haskins picks up the win. By shenanigans, probably, by interference from Vic Haskins, but I think this is going to be an insanely cool match. I think this is going to be awesome. I genuinely think this is going to be a really good match. One of the best matches of the show. And yeah, I think Haskins, he's very good at being a heel. I think he will play up the heel shenanigans. He will be a big heel going into the semi-finals. So yeah, Mark Haskins for the win for me. Oh boy. And then we have the Young Guns imploding, well, not imploding, going against one another. Ethan Allen versus Luke Jacobs. Now, I can't wait for this. This is going to be so good, so hard hitting, so technical. This is going to bring the house down. And I've learned something from doing these predictions. I haven't done many predictions. When I have done predictions and they've been on BritRest, there's one thing you do not bet against, and that is Luke Jacobs, which is why I'm going with Luke Jacobs, because Luke Jacobs is a killer. He is just, he's gonna batter poor Ethan Allen. Ethan Allen's gonna put up a hell of a fight, but I think this is Luke Jacobs all the way. Luke Jacobs is winning here. Sorry, Ethan Allen, but it's a tournament. Someone's got to advance, and I think it's going to be Luke. But I will not sleep on this match. This match is going to be insanely good. And so we have the semi-finals. Now, the semi-finals, I am going to fantasy book these matches. I don't know what the brackets are, of course. But if it were me, and I'm not a smart man, so please, Burning Hearts, if you are watching this, don't take my word as gospel or anything like that. You've probably already planned this out, and it's probably going to be amazing. Better than any of the schlock that I can come up with. But my semi-final match would be Donovan Dijak versus Luke Jacobs. Now, I believe this match is happening in OTT in Ireland very soon. I think in March as well. But to see it in the UK, in Liverpool or Manchester, would be so fun. And I think they would just have an insanely hard-hitting affair. It'd be an incredible sight to see these two Godzilla, King Kong, just battering each other. And I think Luke Jacobs would pick up the win. I think Luke Jacobs advances to the final here. Dijak putting up a good fight, you know. He can be an unkillable monster. He's destroyed Robbie X in the first match. And then Luke Jacobs, you know, manages to topple that beast. I think it'd be really cool. I think this would be a really cool match to see. And yeah, I hope it happens. Luke Jacobs to the final. Then we have my other semi-final match, which is a rematch from the inaugural Burning Hearts show. And that is Haskins versus Trent 7. Now, this could be really cool to play back on that match and have more at stake. And yeah, I think this time Haskins wins and advances to the final. I think Haskins has earned it. I think he's an incredibly gifted and well-rounded performer who really could do with like a really big push, because I really love Mark Haskins. I love seeing him. I can't remember the last time I saw him win a title or like vie for a title in the match against Lycos. And I love Haskins. So I think him going to the final with Vic Haskins in the corner, maybe they've cheated Trent out of the win again. I think that makes the most sense of having a heel Haskins going up against a babyface Luke Jacobs in Manchester. So let's talk about the finals. My finals would be Mark Haskins versus Luke Jacobs. Now, I've done this for several reasons. One, I can't think in like my memory of if Haskins and Luke Jacobs have had a match. They probably have at some point, but I can't quite think of when it was or where it was. I'd have to Google that, and it'll probably be above my face if that is the case, and I've just forgotten. But this seems like a good opportunity to do that. They have the cool dynamic. They have the badass, stoic, like champion everywhere, Luke Jacobs, against the heel who's getting interference, who's tripping people. He's got the manager on the outside. I think that could work. You could have Ethan Allen also out there, have the Young Guns there, Northwest Strong, of course, with like backing off Vic Haskins and sort of get it down to that. But they're in Manchester. Luke Jacobs becoming the first Burning Hearts Pro Wrestling Champion in Manchester would be class. It would be absolutely class. Haskins gets that close again to picking up gold, but I would have Luke Jacobs win, because you never bet against Luke Jacobs, like ever in anything. Never bet against Luke Jacobs, because he'll always come out on top. And that is my prediction. My prediction is that Luke Jacobs will be the inaugural Burning Hearts Pro Wrestling World Champion. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you going to the shows? Are you excited? Let me know and I'll try to reply to every single one of you. Thank you all ever so much for your support and have a nice day.